woke up in a new Bugatti.
Okay, I know I said I was gonna wait for part 3 to finish before I made another video, but then I thought about it and decided, if Mappa can split their content for no reason, why the hell shouldn't I? This episode is fresh in my mind anyway, plus I like the idea of making 3 videos instead of 2. I mean, it is the magic number after all. This episode was nothing less than a masterpiece. The pacing is astonishing, the animation goes absolutely stupid. I felt literally every emotion a human could experience in the span of only an hour. I know I said I would discuss the rumbling and AOT's political controversies sooner or later, so I will discuss my take on Eren's actions, but the controversy? I've given it some hard-ass thought, like I'm talking index finger and thumb on chin, gears turning, toes gripping, and you know what? I don't care. Me talking about Attack on Titan's politics and its comparisons to that of the Jews in World War II would be like if the I Have a Dream speech was delivered by Zoro. It's hilarious on paper, but it is not gonna go over well. If you would like to know about that, here's a good video to catch you up to speed. Now, as for my take on Eren's plan, this is where things get a little muddy. On one ass cheek, you have people that have followed Eren since the beginning and will stand by him till the very end. And on the other, you have people that think Levi should have kicked him more as a teenager. So where do I stand? Surprise, surprise, I don't support genocide. My Jaegerist card has been revoked, but let me explain. We know exactly why Eren is doing this. He knows better than anyone else that waiting upwards of 50 years for some kind of truce is complete nonsense. Before he launched his attack on Marley, the officials had already declared war against Parades, which is why he enacted his plan the way he did. They not only want Eldians completely erased, but the other countries also want the resources found on the island, such as the stuff that makes the ODM gear work. I'm not at all supporting Eren's actions, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't understandable. Back when he interrogated Hanji, he really was begging her, asking what else he could have possibly done. The more they would have waited, the sooner Marley would have struck back. At the end of the day, there was nothing they could have done that wouldn't have resulted in absolute devastation on both sides. His plan, while it will no doubt save Parades from utter annihilation, in turn this will kill everyone. Not just the tyrannical governments and the people who hate them, but literally everyone, including ones that had nothing to do with any of this. Now, doesn't that sound familiar? And if you don't believe me, the opening of this episode exemplifies this perfectly. We open in Marley, where we follow the pickpocket kid from the last episode, and the absolute horror found in this segment is just, my god. We catch up with Eren walking around thinking to himself about what he's about to do. Then he sees the kid getting his shit rocked. Look kid, I know you're poor, but you be robbing the most dangerous people, I swear to god. Eren tries to step in, but then he stops and questions himself. What's the point of saving this kid if he knows he'll die anyway? He'd be a hypocrite for valuing his life. Him and Reiner really are the same. A half-assed piece of shit. No. He's worse. And he's right, because he saves him anyway. Good god, how strong is Eren in his human form? Ever since he grew out his hair, he's just been running everyone's fate. The kid is obviously grateful, but Eren is dying inside, apologizing over and over for what he's gonna do. The world him and Armin dreamed of outside the walls doesn't exist. Easily one of the best parts of the episode, an outright gut-wrenching opening, and only a small taste of what we may see in the finale. Eren, in this moment, sees freedom, and what we see is pure hell. They even added an anime-only scene of Eren's grandparents. They're in prison because of Zeke becoming known as a traitor. Wouldn't be the first time. We cut back to Annie and Armin on the ship, and she asks him to take a seat. We already know where this is going. Look, this is adorable and everything. But let's take a minute to acknowledge the fact that Armin not only took Bertolt's Titan, but his crush as well. Nah, if that was me, I'm rising like the goddamn Undertaker and shooting up the block. They arrive in Odia, wherever the hell this is, in order to prepare a plane for fighting back. Annie unfortunately doesn't want to tag along because her entire home has just been curb stomped and she has nothing left to fight for. I mean, I get it, but come on, Annie, that's kind of cringe. We're trying to save the world here. Oh, you two is fucking. What? No. By the way, where'd you put that musty-ass scarf? Don't worry about it. Annie decides to go back with the Asian lady as well as the kids. Once again, I must reiterate, Falco deserved none of this. And look, Armin a better man than me, cause blonde hair, blue eyes, and she can kick my ass. You know she's good with the name. Okay, I'm gonna stop. The Titans start pulling up in a nice orderly fashion, which means it's probably time to get to stepping. What the fuck? How? When? Where? What? Huh? Nothing could have prepared me for what just happened. This is fucking absurd. This man is the Omni-hater. He got shot and held onto the ship for God knows how long, just to inconvenience them some more. I aspire to be this determined in life. Rest in peace to Flock, loyal soldier till the very end. They need more time to get the plane moving, so in order to slow them down, Hanji pretty much seals her fate and goes to stop as many of them as she can. But before she goes, she appoints Armin as the next survey commander. She then goes over to Levi, he calls her Four Eyes one last time, and says, "Dedicate your heart." Mappa delivers us probably the best ODM scene they've ever produced, and Hanji dies as she lived, up close and personal with the Titans, truly going out in a blaze of glory. I cried. Hanji was one of my favorites, one of the coolest and smartest characters, yet still having a joking side which lasted till the very end. I want to dedicate this segment to Hanji because she truly deserves it. Levi says his final goodbye by saying, "Keep watching us," in reference to some of the first words she ever said to him. This is too much, man. You know Armin felt that heat. So while they're on the plane, Eren once again summons them into the metaverse just to tell them, "We're done talking. I haven't taken away your powers, so I'm giving y'all a fair shot. You want me to stop? You'll have to kill me first. Peace out, pussies." Hey, yo, what happened back there? Alright, yeah, he's gotta go. Meanwhile, Annie and the Asian lady are on the boat, but Gabby and Falco come out and yell at Annie, saying, apparently she can eat pieces of other Titans to gain their abilities, but we never see her do that, so yeah, I'm just as lost as you. Well, aren't I an ignorant buffoon? The survivors try to bomb the living shit out of Eren and the Colossals, but Eren whips out his cock, Zeke, and just pelts them with who even knows what. I can't even tell what's CG anymore. All of this looks so good. I didn't even notice Zeke turned albino when I saw the trailer. They are truly connected like brothers. Only closer. Let's talk about Zeke and Levi for a minute. We all know Levi gets off on the thought of killing him, but even though he's never lost, he's been outwitted and cheated almost every time. The promise he made to Erwin about killing him still stands, but his hatred for Zeke goes deeper than what happened that day. Levi values life over everything else, hoping every day for a better tomorrow, something Zeke's vasectomy plan actively went against, much like when Jean went against Eren's mindset, believing they should just give up and wait for the Titans to come and kill them. Eren was not about letting the enemies walk all over them, so he decided to walk on them instead. Levi's values can be traced back to when he lived underground. His mom died and Kenny abandoned him once he thought he could handle himself. Then once he joined the scouts on his first outside mission, a Titan killed his friends and he snapped. But since that day, Levi's never lost his temper again, all because Erwin taught him to keep going and regret nothing. He may value his peers more than anything, but he's seen so much death and has killed so many others that he's become numb to it, which just makes me want to hug him even more. Nobody got off easy in this story. 2 fingers is all he needs though. He will get his lick back by any means necessary. It's about that time. Let's go, Commander Armin. Make Erwin and Hanji proud. The unadulterated hype this scene generated was almost lethal. Eren is only able to do all this because him and Zeke made contact, so it makes sense they should immediately go for Zeke. Reiner tackles the shit out of him and they all land on top of Eren. Now that tackle felt personal and I think I know why. See, I never understood this scene from season 2. Turns out Zeke put Reiner to sleep off screen and for some reason I never made that connection. Like until now we've never seen the Beast fight another Titan, but even back then this is just crazy. I mean, I thought he was just napping aggressively. Like, have you ever slept so hard you wake up looking like you got jumped? You know, now that I think about it, it is actually appalling how Reiner's still alive. The amount of L's this man has taken would make Yamcha feel bad. Like, how you gonna let someone put the hands on you when they ain't even got no hands? Bro is fighting his own demons and nearly lost. Okay, that's fucked up. That's my fault. Case in point, I take back calling the Beast not formidable in my previous review. And y'all, can we give a big fat round of applause to the undisputed MVP of AOT? He's been such a big help and has kept it real since he's been introduced. Thank you, Anya Capone. Zeke is down. They're all on top of Satan's ribcage. The battle to decide the fate of humanity will come in one more video. I hate to do this again, but this was literally peak and I wanted to talk about it while it was still fresh in my mind. I have absolutely no complaints. The only thing that pisses me off is having to wait another 5 months for the final conclusion. It's no secret my anime reviews have performed worse than a paraplegic doing the 2-step, but I'm gonna keep making them because they're a lot of fun. Thank you, and bye-bye.